Back here with Mike's Mustang Repairs, and this week we've got an exciting news breakthrough. We are moving on from repairing to enhancing. So this week we're going to get rid of this stock intake and replace it with this BBK high performance cold air induction system. And on top of that, we're going to change the spark plugs. They haven't been done in 70,000 miles or so, so we're going to attempt to pull out all the plugs and see if we can replace them. So got the socket set, the spark plug gauge, anti-seize lubricant, dielectric grease, and a spirit that's not afraid. So wish me luck.
Spark plug replacement on a 1999 to the 2004 Ford Mustang. You go ahead and you order 8 on the GT model, 6 on the V6 model. Spark plugs, they're made by Motorcraft. Pull them out, see what the gauge is. So you want a gauge of 0.052 to 0.055. Get one of the measuring devices, and you can see you put it in, slide it over. This measures to about 0.06. So this is one of the old ones I had pulled out of standard. We'll go ahead and quickly talk about how to replace them. If you do want to adjust them, they came out of gap. You put the spark plug gauge in there and you just kind of bend it one way to bend it out, and you'll tap on something. Probably the floor will be better to bend it closer if you need a smaller gap. Ford set this car up really well. Easy access to the spark plugs on this side, a little more difficult on the passenger side. They're located right under these 4 coils underneath the fuel rail. You don't need to remove the fuel rail on either side. And what you're going to do is take a 7mm socket, remove the bolt on that holds the coil into the intake, pull the coil out, detach it from this like electronic piece here. The coil will pop out. That'll give you access to the plug. This side's a little trickier. You are going to have to remove the intake, and it's pretty easy to remove, but just pull off here and then these hoses, and then you can remove it from there. And then once again, the 4 are on this side underneath the fuel rail. 1, 2, 3, and 4 you can't really see. You don't need to remove the fuel rail. For this back one, you can go straight in from the top with a long extension. And for this third one, you need a wobble socket to get around this fuel intake line, but it fits in fine. After you remove the spark plug from the engine block, you can go ahead and put a little anti-seize on the threads, and then you'll put dielectric grease in the boot when you replace that. And then just a word of caution as you're entering it into the block, make sure you're hand tightening first before you start using your sockets. Back here with Mike's Mustang Repairs, and we did half of it. We got the cold air intake in, changed the side of the plugs. Next up, finish these ones. This side. This morning we got up before our tiny helpers arrived, and we're able to get all 4 of these plugs in and out. So it was pretty good. Trick we learned from yesterday, kept losing the socket in the cylinder head, and so taped it to this wobble socket and added the extension and was able to plug them in. Yeah, looks pretty good. So we'll give it a test run and see you soon.